Alright, we're back again with another CSI NY episode. We were just at the club and we're playing episode 1, Downward Spiral. Let's get into it.
So get this, the guy might have been into serious surgical modification. Stuff that's frankly way out there.
Yeah, it was way out there. He was trying to fly between two different buildings with this surgical modification in his back.
What happened to the good old days of steel bars and tongue forking?
Yeah.
Welcome to 5 minutes in the future.
Wow. Let's take it out. Let's take out these bones.
Here are some bone fragments from our victim. After you assemble them, see if you detect something unusual.
Okay. Let's assemble them first. And then see if we find. Alright. So here we go. No. A number. Interesting. Interesting.
Notice these stainless steel hooks on the scapula? We didn't see them because when he hit the ground back first, these body modifications were slammed into the skeleton. I have no idea what they might be for.
Well, I do. He was trying to do a sort of a line stunt from one building to another. It was the Empire State Building over to the Chrysler Building, or from the Chrysler Building over to the Empire State Building.
And the clavicle is an artificial bone, some super light material and very strong. Try running the serial number in the lab. And while you're there, I also have some suspicions about his blood. Maybe you and Lindsay can figure out what's going on with that.
What could be going on with his blood? Very interesting. Well,
Back again?
sure am.
There's always something.
Well, let's get to it then.
Get to it. Good.
We ran a search for the serial number from the victim's artificial clavicle. Let's see if we can cross-reference hits on that number sequence with local companies that use artificial bone agents.
Where's the number? What's going on? What's going on here? Draw a line joining the corresponding item from each side. Okay. Dr. J. Friedman. Dr. J. Friedman. Murray Hill Hospital. Coils cuts. Coils cuts. There we go. Oh. Gotta be really nimble here. Incredible, huh? Gotta be really nimble. Don't hit any of the boxes. There you go. Match is found.
Looks like Coils Cuts designed and ordered those artificial bones from the manufacturer.
Oh, they did? Interesting.
And their office is down the hall from the fall location.
Sure is. Right by in the Empire State Building.
Plus, the victim had their business card.
He did. Okay, let's check out this.
Besides the artificial bones, Clay was covered in needle marks.
You're thinking what I'm thinking, that Clay was dosing himself to tweak his body?
Not sure yet. Let's examine the blood sample the doc sent over.
Sort the molecules from the microscope view into their appropriate slides. Very easy. This is just too easy, huh? Too easy. Very repetitive, but I'm glad I'm not a lab worker. Boring.
His blood contained trimethylzone. That explains why Clay shattered the way he did on impact. That drug thinned his bones out.
Right.
Sort of artificial osteoporosis.
Messing with the chemical composition of your body is never a good idea. Things look pretty bad for Dr. Coyle.
Sure do. I'm on my way to pick up the warrant for their offices. Let's figure out their connection to Mr. Sandor.
Okay, Mr. Sandor. Find out. Here we are at Coyle's Cuts. The guys who made the artificial stuff in his bones, the hooks. So let's gather some evidence. Blood pressure cuff.
Not much of a security system if you leave the instruction manual lying around.
Uh-huh. File. Check it out. Instruction booklet for security system. Security booklet. Empire State Building. Empire State Building, baby. This is the victim's file. Let's check it out. Clay Sandor. That's our victim. The guy who died jumping out of the Empire State Building. Mysteriously. We're trying to solve it.
Hey, Mac. Looks like someone's trying to hide Clay's debts.
Oh, interesting. Trying to hide his debts. So let's put this together, huh? Maybe. Let's put got the patient thing here. Patient home honorary. No, July honorary. Horary. Patient code. Okay. HO. Charges. No. Hospital. Hospital service. Oops, lazy. Services. Charges. And charges, summary, for S service, provider, and D. Billing date. Balance. Due. Bill. Oh, here we go. Service and charges. July. Summary for July. Amount, billing date. Billing date. Man, this was not exactly easy. And amount, due amount, balance, due. Service provider. This doesn't really work.
So Clay owed Dr. Coyle more than 100 grand for medical procedures. I'd say that qualifies as a motive.
Clay owed Dr. Coyle more than 100 grand. Let's find the last pieces of evidence. Tip: be careful. Clicking on irrelevant items cause your cursor to disappear. What do we have left? This stuff here.
This X-ray shows the same body modifications our Vic had. The quack has credentials.
Find this, this.
A vial of trimethylzone. Same blood thinning chemical we found in our victim.
Who are you? Why are you in here? Those are my patient's confidential records. He may be gone, but unless you have a warrant...
I have a warrant, in fact, or else I wouldn't be here.
Easy, Dr. Coyle. I'm Danny Messer, NYPD, okay? This is Mac Taylor. Warren here buys us admission to continue our little tour through your office.
That's right, buddy boy. He's asking about the records.
Yes, your warrant does specify Mr. Sandor as the focus of your investigation. Very well, then. Clay Sandor. We joked that he was our own personal block of marble, from which we were chiseling something beautiful. Our one masterpiece.
One masterpiece. There are no other patients here?
We're so specialized in what we do, elevating the human form beyond the confines of our current evolution, that we only take one patient at a time.
You guys make him into freaks, do you?
Clay was staying here?
Yes, he left abruptly last night without explanation. We're deeply worried. Though Clay's a fast healer, treatment was still ongoing.
You mean he was still under your care?
Oh yes, he had at least a dozen more rounds of tests to go before we would have allowed him to leave.
Ask him about the x-rays showing the bone spurs.
This x-ray shows what we call scapular anchors, a kind of bony hook fused to bones near his shoulders. I designed them myself.
Let's ask about the money. Let's ask about it.
Hooks. Hooks for what?
You see, Clay wished to fly. It's obviously well beyond medicine's grasp to construct bird wings for a human body, though they'd be impractical at human size anyway. Clay had a brainstorm. Attach a surgical steel-framed paraglider to 2 anchor points. The paraglider would give him lift. Not powered flight, but flight nonetheless. Yes, we got his initial payment for $1 million, but Clay signed to pay much more. You think my services are cheap? I'm banking everything on my technique working, and this guy has the gall to receive fully rendered procedures and then renege on payment. It's not like I can take the surgeries back.
Yeah, he was quite a selfish guy, that Clay Sandor. Wouldn't even pay for his own stuff.
He owes you almost 100 grand more. That's gotta hurt you.
It's breaking me. I can't do R&D on my next project because of Clay. He's ruining me. I could explain it to you, but, well, you really wouldn't understand.
Oh, I probably would. Let's show him the security booklet, for whatever reason.
I use that booklet to remind me how to get out of the office when the security system is activated.
Okay.
I'm a doctor, and that's hard to look at. Are you showing that to everyone?
Yeah, sorry about that. It wasn't necessary. Let's take a look at this.
May I have a copy of that? I want my lawyer to see it. Motivate him to go after some back bills.
Sorry, it's evidence.
Yes, he had the tattoo when I operated. I believe it was from Hot Point's tattoo parlor, if I recall correctly. It looks like fabric from Clay's wings, but I can't be sure.
Okay, so that's what that is. I've been wondering about that for quite a while now. Let's ask about his medicine.
Yes, I am fully qualified. Graduated near the top of my class. This line of work combines my medical skills with my creative nature. I create works of art, wrought from flesh itself. You haven't found the wings, have you?
No, I haven't. Where are those? That's very peculiar that you ask, because those wings have nowhere to be seen. Very strange, wouldn't you say?
No.
I'd really like to get them back. I'm not done working on them. Fact is, they have to be perfect. If he were to test the wings prematurely, if something were to happen, I'm afraid it may inspire the board to revoke my license. Between you and me, those jealous bastards think I'm crazy for dreaming so big.
Did someone steal Clay Sandor's wings and possibly push him out of the window? Or, yeah, that's a possibility. I was asking about the blood thinning.
Please be careful with that. It is invaluable to our research here.
did show you that. What else do we have? Credibility and progress is still not full. He may be gone. Clay was staying here? Yeah, he left it abruptly. Come on. Take a look at this. Come on. Is there something here you can
This is indeed a horrible tragedy. Clay was going to be the first flying man. We were going to make history.
Okay. Are we done here?
With the blood smears outside his office and the money his motive, I mean, it's enough to bring Dr. Coyle in for further questioning. I'll meet you down at the station.
We're gonna have to talk to that guy.
You need to play straight with us, Dr. Coyle. This is save your ass time. Only you can help yourself from here on out.
Look, you really got the wrong guy. I know Clay owed me, but if the procedure worked, I'd get business like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, I don't see this guy has any motive.
In that case, you won't mind explaining these items we've taken from your office.
I didn't kill Clay. I had too much invested in him to want him dead. Sure, he owed me for some of the procedures, but have you ever tried to get money back from a dead man? We were working on revolutionizing modern sports medicine. He was my ticket to fortune.
I just showed him all this stuff. Come on.
It looks like fabric from Clay's wings, but I can't be sure.
That was like a bug in the game. I already showed him this stuff. I sure did.
I have had many patients, detectives. You have to be more specific.
Yeah. Well, that's Clay Sandor's file.
Yes, Clay's been a patient under our care for just over 2 weeks. Took no phone calls or visitors during that time. Model patient, very focused in doing everything necessary to complete his body mod vision. Yes, Clay owed me a considerable sum of money. Do I need my lawyer here? With all of our highly specialized equipment, we of course set our security alarm every night after we leave.
Yes, of course.
Then if somebody other than you is responsible for Clay's death, how was it disabled?
Good question.
Clay knew the code. We
Yeah.
tell all of our patients the code. Someone he knew probably knocked at the door. Otherwise, why would he have left the office?
Yeah. Yep.
This X-ray shows what we call scapular anchors, a kind of bony hook fused to bones near his shoulders. I designed them myself.
Hooks. Hooks.
You see, Clay wished to fly. It's obviously well beyond medicine's grasp to
Yes.
construct bird wings for a human body, though they'd be impractical at human size anyway.
Clay had a brainstorm.
Clay had a brainstorm. Attach a surgical steel-framed paraglider to 2 anchor points. The paraglider would give him lift. Not powered flight, but flight nonetheless.
Right. Let's ask about his credentials.
This is my degree. You can check on it. Everything's legitimate. Yes, we were looking to reduce Clay's bone density to that of a bird's. Problem was, Clay didn't want to lose his muscle mass.
Because his physique was part of his overall body aesthetic.
Exactly. So the bone thinning became a complex issue, one we were trying to sort out when he disappeared. $1 million. If Clay had that kind of money, why wasn't he paying me back?
You think you know a guy.
I don't know anything about this. Sorry. Even as a professional climber, there's no way Clay could have scaled the building in his weakened condition. If he tried, that explains why his finger pads are ripped up.
Not from you, pushing him out the window? Hanging on for dear life because he couldn't pay you?
No! I swear, I build lives, not destroy them.
Even though Clay was destroying yours?
I would have pulled through financially. Please, this is ridiculous.
I agree. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Even though Dr. Coyle might not be the most ethical body modification doc out there, I think he's telling the truth.
Agreed. Clay's success would have brought him big business, easily recouping the money he lost. The only person who actually wanted to find Clay was Link. I'll set up the building's face recognition program to check for him.
Yep, let's look for Link, his manager. That guy is kind of shady.
Good to see you again, Detective. Did you find the killer?